In this video, we will be attempting to create a scene using Cartoon Animator 5's own content. So first of all, if we want to create a scene, we could decide to use some of the content which are found in here. So let's assume we would like to use some of the props. Uh, so we say let's use uh, I think I like to look at the park, or let's do something different. So you have quite a lot of things here. You have a chair, you have a bench, you have you have quite a number of things. So if we drag, first of all, the background in, all right, we drag in as a prop. So a prop doesn't squash, see, like we said before. And let's put in some clouds, all right. Let's put in two clouds, this cloud here, and that cloud there. It's fine. And I would like to bring in, let's bring in this ground park over here. Okay, so the ground park, let's include it here. And apart from this, I would like to bring in a bench. A bench. Okay, all right. So after bringing in the bench, you can come in here under flora to bring in some bushes. Okay. Let's bring in another one. Okay, over here. Now, um, there are some content within Cartoon Animator 5 that have existing animation. You can come to Action menu to check it. If it does, just right click and come to Action menu here to see if it has existing animation. But these ones do not have existing animation. All right. So if we say, what if we look at scenes and see if we have some things in scenes? Okay, we don't have the things that I would have loved to use. I would add an actor at the end of the day. All right, I'll add an actor at the end of the day. And so we already have a background, and we already have different things within the background. Um, we have pretty much everything we'd like to have here. All right. So in that case, let's bring in our actor. So I'm going to look for a G3 human. All right. And bring this lady in, the front facing lady. All right. Drag her in and drop her in the scene. All right. So she's going to appear in the scene. And after we drop her in the scene, I would uh, like to bring her forward so that she's not behind, and she's going to be introducing herself and greeting and saying hello to everyone. So let's create a front animation for a female. All right, and she's that's a bit too excited. I don't want her to be excited. Okay, more. Let's try this gossip out. So drag the gossip on her and allow her to tell you, do you know what? Have you ever tried this? All right. So nice. Okay. So should we add a complaint? Let's do it to complaint and add it to it. Okay. So this is how to create it. But we could also do some very interesting things by making her walking. All right. So let's play this from the beginning first of all. Before I look at that, remember I mentioned earlier on that you could right click on a character and it's going to show you the action menu of other things that the character can do. All right, you could see dance here, you could see run, you could see walk. All right, so let's do this and add some walk, and the character walks in from a long distance, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So let's say action menu, walk, walk. Let's add. Okay, so we added a walk. Now I'm going to introduce us to what we call the timeline here. This could look like a number of things, but it's not. It's actually just basically understanding how the character functions. So our character is called, let's go to scene. Our character is called G3 actor. So let's look for our G3 actor here. His background is cloud, ground park, this is the bench, bush 1, bush 2. Okay, it's called elastic fold here. Okay, it's elastic fold here. So I'm going to look at her um, transform, or let's look for motion here. Alright, under motion, you will see that we have a lady walking in. There's complaint somewhere in front, so I'm going to delete it. You don't need that. And I would like her to walk for a longer time than what we have here. You could hold Alt and middle and scroll your wheel in order to see more space here. So come to the edge of the walking cartoon and just drag forward until we have like 400 or so. So, but what I want to do is, at this point, I want her to be small. Okay. Now, when you're dealing with scale, rotation, and movement, always remember transform is what must be active. She should be small here, and she should be at the top there. All right. Then when she gets to this point, she should now be big, and here in front. So it's going to look like she's been walking from a distance. All right. Okay. So after this, I can now add my response content, my complaint. Double click on the complaint while she's selected, and it's going to add complaint to it. Can you see how beautiful what we just did? All right. So she works for a long time. Okay, I can actually reduce it. This thing is going to want to enter. It's still shorting my keys. Just let me click with this. Alright, so I did a little bit of, I made a little bit of adjustment by reducing the length or the distance of this walk by just dragging back, and the, the, the length of the time of the transform that made it big and scaled. So I reduced it so I can reduce the time. Then the complaint is here. So if you play it from this point, she walks in, tap 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 and tap, and she starts complaining. All right, and tells us of all she's gone through. So you could see how easy it is to assemble things within Cartoon Animator 5.